this is a problem that needs to be addressed. And so I termed this the past 2 months, so August and September, has been heavily, I term it, pandemic pit crew. So make a NASCAR slash high-speed car racing analogy, so not necessarily NASCAR, push that out the door. There's stuff other than NASCAR. That's a small-scale car thing. So do car racing in general, be it long distance or around a track. And so I'm pandemic pit crew, and so essentially what I've been doing is juniors need pages, and this has been like almost not like hysteria, but like when it's pushed and like people start to get hysterical of like, oh, we're not going, or they're not going, or what, like the hysteria comes across in the news coverage of the swimming governing bodies responding to junior competitions and stuff like that. It's like, okay, Australia, United States of America, and Canada are a little hysterical right now. Maybe we should just make some pages. Who do I make pages for? And so that was the past 2 months. That was the trend, was addressing this kind of large problem in the just getting people started in swimming, competing on an international scale, juniors. And so that was like the vast majority of the 29 pages I made during that time were juniors. I also made pages as a community that was just getting started in history, is male artistic swimming, with men swimming on their own. That is first time ever in history, at least modern history, that men have been allowed to do that. So I also focused on those pages, making those pages. So kind of people that are, it's like historic, hasn't ever happened before. And why does that matter? Because not a lot of people know how to make those pages. When somebody's done something for the first time, there's no template for it. You gotta figure it out on your own. So I did that, and I did the juniors. And that was my overarching theme for that 2-month chunk of page creation. I'm approaching the rest of 2022 as I have people I'm interested in, and they need additional something. So, or they don't need it, but I want it. And so there's a list of people I have that maybe I've already started a Wikipedia page on, that kind of thing on my own computer. And I'm waiting to see what else kind of comes around. Are they sticking around? What are they like competing at? There's previous competitions I'm interested in making pages for. And so it's just kind of being fluid. I'm currently writing for a couple of pages I have previously created for one for a diver, one for a swimmer from Colombia and they're both competing at the 2022 South American Games. So I'm working on that. So there's a little bit of, I would say, there's people I want to make pages for that it may or may not fit, right? If they take the rest of the year off, I might not be making their page. I'm up for making new pages, see what happens, that kind of thing. But it's kind of I have competitions and stuff in sight that for the rest of the year, that's kind of the what's in my field of view right now. The other question is, would I stop writing, would I stop creating new pages for aquatic sports? So that's the thing that I'm working on right now. And I think there's a bit of page creation kind of happens when I want to contribute or write and kind of add to Wikipedia, and there's not pages to contribute to. And so there's a bit of that reality of, well, if I want to contribute, time to make a page and make an article. I started off, so my first Wikipedia page was for a mineral, and then I made a page for a concert tour, and then a swimmer, and somebody I went to graduate school with. And there's a bit of my dream for like creating pages on Wikipedia and editing on Wikipedia stemmed from, swimming, because swimming had a whole lot of, like, there was not very much information about the swimmers on their pages, and it wasn't kept up to date, especially kind of, there was a drop off after 2016 kind of across the board on a bunch of pages. So it's like, okay, I could work on swimmers, but what's my dream? If I had a Wikipedia dream, what is it? It's not aquatic sports. It's science, it's engineering, it's mathematics. There's people, places, things, concepts, formulas and stuff that would be fun to make pages for. However, there's a bit of, I would want that in my life to make that at the kind of the level or frequency I'm making other stuff. It'd be really cool to do like a college degree or something, and then as I'm learning stuff, you know, make a page for that thing that doesn't have a Wikipedia article yet, make that article, or contribute to an article for a concept that's already covered, stuff like that. So, because I was in like okay, I'm gonna actually do this. If I had to come up with a coherent dream, that's kind of it. And it was in graduate school, and there's stuff, and I was using Wikipedia more than I had been before because it has increased in quality, and so there was a bit of that. So if one thinks the aquatic sports trend is here to stay forever, I'm gonna guess no to that. That's not even what I started with. I didn't make a single page about aquatic sports in 2020. Some might be like, but you made a page for chlorine. I'm like, chlorine might be used in treatment of pools. That doesn't mean that's why I chose the mineral. Right? So yeah, so it's not how I started off, so it'd be kind of unreasonable to assume that I will always be creating pages about in the realm of aquatic sports, especially now that I have a bunch of pages in aquatic sports. I can continue to contribute to those. So yeah, it's a trend for now and potentially the foreseeable future, but that might not, and I kind of might not be the trend for always, kind of thing. So that is kind of about how I make pages on Wikipedia with overarching trends.